Hello, Andrew Collishaw, naturopath and homeopath, and a very warm welcome to a really important part of the clinic here at the Andrew James Healing Centre. In this clinic we treat the very special patients, and these are the four-legged ones, our cats and our dogs and various other pets that we have. You see, over the last 20 plus years as a naturopath, I've treated patients and their pets. And the wonderful thing is that animals respond very often really, really well with naturopathic, homeopathic treatment. You see, there are a couple of ways it can go, and I've possibly explained this to you, but when we're treating our pets, there are two approaches. One is that we need to look at what's going on with the pathology or the mental, emotional state of the pet, and then what we do then is translate that into human terms and use medicines accordingly. You see, our pets have personalities, obviously. Some of you have met Bruce and Eva. They have their own little personalities, and I'm sure your beloved pet does too. Of course they do. And it's really important as part of the treatment, and most of the time, to understand what this personality is. So I'll spend time with you and talk about that, so I can understand, so that we can work out, well, okay, he's a little bit nervous, he's a little bit anxious, or look, he seems depressed and sad a lot of the time. And then what we do is we translate that emotional side of things into human terms, the depression, sadness, and then we apply medicines accordingly. The same applies with the physical body. So if your dog, for example, is having constipation, which is causing a whole lot of other health issues, then we need to look at what's happening physically, and maybe pathologically look at if there are any cell changes in the body or any growths and various things. We look at all of that and we think, okay, what have we got in terms of human medicines that we use in naturopathy that are going to be applicable there, and then we apply that to your pet. So, for example, you might have a cat that's particularly scared, really timid and scared, and so the focus in that situation would be more on the nervous system, for example. And there are many medicines that we use for the nervous system in people to help them to calm and help them to be a bit more balanced, get that balance of the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system, so that they're not running on adrenaline all the time. So in our consultations with your pets, we're going to be talking a lot about their personality, what they're like, and of course any physical symptoms. Now, it's really important during the treatments that you just monitor your pet really carefully. Make notes so that we can talk next time, but just watch their behaviour. Make a note of anything that's a little bit different or unusual. If we're monitoring symptoms, keep an accurate track on those, because it's really important. We need to have every little bit of information, because we can't speak to them using language like I'm speaking to you now. We have to use a different language, and part of that is observation. You need to tune into your pet, and I'm sure you already do, but there's one more step. You need to then translate what you see and understand back to me, so that we can work out the medicines. And that can take a little bit of practice as well. Just with people, it's really important to follow the directions exactly as we've talked about. So if you're using homeopathic medicine, then take it exactly as directed, and other medicine as well. It goes without saying that if you're not giving medicine correctly, or giving too much or too little, it's not going to work, and at worst it can cause problems. So follow the directions really carefully. If you have any problems or not sure what to do, just give the clinic a ring. Phone consultations under 5 minutes, there's no charge at all, and we can just clarify little things like that. If you're if you think your pet is getting worse, if they seem a little bit more sick than they have been, or they seem a little bit more depressed, or whatever, then stop the medicine and give me a call. Okay? In those situations, what we sometimes do is increase the dose or decrease the dose, or stop the dose or change the medicine. We need to respond to your pet getting worse and make sure that they are getting worse, and then respond to that accordingly. The other really important thing I want you to remember is that you will hear a lot of information in the media, on the internet, Wikipedia, current affairs, these sorts of platforms and social media, which might be contradictory to what we've talked about in the clinic. So I may have given a medicine for you to give to your pet, and you may have heard that it doesn't work for that sort of condition, or that that it's not appropriate, or you need to be very mindful about what you're reading and what you believe and what you understand to be the truth. Some of these media platforms and Wikipedia, sure, we're surrounded by that, but I need you to be well educated in terms of looking after your pet's health using naturopathic approaches. Okay, so, and that means being really thoughtful and being critical in an analytical way about information that you hear and read. And if your vet is not so well versed in naturopathic, homeopathic medicine, you may hear negative feedback about that. So you need to react to that very carefully, because at the end of the day, it's your pet's health that's at stake. So if you've got any questions or any concerns, then I'll steer you in the right direction in terms of finding information, so that you can be well educated. You see, great health doesn't happen just for ourselves or for our pets. We have to actually be doing things. We have to take medicine when we need to. We need to be doing other things to fortify our immune system, for example. In order to do this, we need to be well educated. We need to have a good working knowledge of a whole lot of different areas of medicine. So just be mindful of that, and be very critical in your thinking, and don't believe just what you hear in the popular press, on many websites, for example. Okay, I'll look forward to seeing you next time. We may have made an appointment, or perhaps you're to call in and make an appointment, or perhaps it was a one-off treatment. I'll see you soon, and I'll talk to you soon. And again, if you have any problems, give me a call. All right? Look forward to speaking with you soon. Bye for now.